Hey guys, it's Tommy CM. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of my Seaside Funfair Park. During the last episode, just a little bit of a recap, we built Python, this family suspended coaster. It doesn't have any inversions. It's a very tame ride, but it's something I quite like and I think fits in really well. When I started out building this park, and I had the idea in mind of this park. This wasn't a ride that was on my list, but I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased how it's gone. I think it does a good job. It looks hideous, which is great because all rides, all coasters at these sorts of parks do tend to look really bad. Really happy with that and the layout of it. You've pretty much seen the whole thing go around here. But really happy with that. Really happy with the little walkway up here, the little bend right at the end there, just before heading back into the station. So that's Python. Here's some more shops we built as well last time, and then over this way we built a Home Bargains, because a Home Bargains is a great shop to have in any town. Greggs, obviously one of the staples of the British diet is a visit to Greggs. There's nobody in there. The guests do come over this way. It's there's just not a lot of reason for them to do so. So I've got to wait for them to come. But I have spotted them. I have spotted them over here. And then we also built a Premier Inn as well, because everybody needs somewhere to stay. And as well as a sort of a private hotel we've got down here, the Devonshire. Private hotels are always built next to Premier Inns, who tend to take up most of the tourists. So, plan for this episode: fill up more of this space. I think we've only got 2 more build episodes left now, so going to take up more of this space, more attractions. Not 100% decided which route I want to go down yet. I need to try out 1 or 2 things, but again, I'm sure the little thumbnail will have given it away for you. And then also we've got more shops to fill in down here, and then also down the end here. Now this is the big space I need to fill in. I've got 1 or 2 ideas. Again, it's a case of testing them out. Am I happy with them? I have built 1 or 2 things in this series where I've got to completion of it and I've looked at it and thought, nah, I'm not too happy with it. So yeah, it's all about trying to make it work and trying to make it fit in. So we shall see what happens, and I will update you accordingly very soon. Okay, so very productive little update for you. So we've moved this flat ride, which was over the opposite side. Now over there we have a drop tower, one of these ascendance towers. I just thought having the view, having the sort of skyline, sort of interrupted by this would work. And sort of when you take an overview at the park there, it certainly it certainly works and stands out quite well. So I thought we'd place one of those there instead, and then we have we sort of make up the room here that was taken up by this circular flat ride, which I keep forgetting the name of. It's Wave, isn't it? That's what I've called it, Wave. Got to remember that. So there's a bit more room there. Now over here we have some midway games. We have the ladder challenge, which is obviously the rope ladder. There is the Sandy Bay Derby. So I'd like to thank Olivia in the comments for this idea. This is my favourite midway game. I am an expert on this. You can challenge me, feel free to challenge me, but I will beat you on this every single day. I am constantly a champion on this midway game. And just for those of you who who want to have a bit of a reminiscence about the music that you would hear on this midway game, there's this little segment for you.
Come racing on the Kentucky Derby, so play it now. Roll the ball to get the scores, ride the win and the prize is yours. Come racing on the Kentucky Derby, so play it now.
There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, that's the classic music from the Kentucky Derby. Obviously, I've had to rename it to Sandy Bay Derby. But yeah, that's I'm quite pleased with how that's come out. I can't make the horses any smaller. These are obviously replacement horses for a carousel from here, but yeah, I can't make them any smaller. But I think that works quite well. I think you can everybody can sort of tell what that is. So yeah, quite happy with that. And then put some more food and drink options. I've started to spread these out. So in the first sort of half of the park, I put this big food court in, which is very popular in here for people to come in and sit down and eat. However, on this side, as you've noticed, there's some more over here. I've moved this out, sort of outlet over here, and I think by doing that, it's helped spread the guests out a little bit more. They don't get too crowded around the same shops, so it's worked quite well. And now for updates over this side, have been very busy. So we have obviously we have a pothole. And we have some roadworks here, so we've got some workmen digging up the road there. The road obviously is all bumpy and stuff at the moment, so just to reflect on the condition of the British roads. If you've got smooth roads near you, you're very lucky. Yeah, so I've put in this roadwork section and messed up with the road a little bit, and then put some traffic lights either way. I've put the tunnel up at the end, so there's a sign there saying 10 miles to Grimsby. I would strongly recommend you go in the opposite direction, but that's just me. No offence if you're from Grimsby. And then the other way you've got Torquay. So between Grimsby and Torquay, I probably wouldn't go to either. So yeah, that's me taking a slight dig at two towns. I do apologise if you're from there. And then down here we have next to the hot air balloon and here and this little walkway, we have next door, if we come through here, we have a maze. So this is a nice little hedge maze which you can see from above here. I've got lots of lights in, so this is, you can do this maze at night if you wanted to. But yeah, so this is the maze. I'm not going to show you the route out. I will let people load up this park once it's on the workshop to show them. Not to show them, to give them the opportunity to find the route themselves. But it is doable. Just lots of different dead ends. So yeah, I thought a maze was a nice little addition. I used to enjoy putting the mazes in when I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon as a kid. I used to really enjoy using the maze as a sort of attraction. But obviously it isn't in Planet Coaster. However, the hedge tool is, so build your own. And then finally over here we have a outdoor swimming pool, or a Lido, if you want to call it a Lido. So down here, you come down here, you go over to the reception, Sandy Bay Lido, buy your tickets, go into the changing rooms, which are toilets, and then come out here into a nice little swimming pool. Plenty of place to sunbathe, plenty of life rings just in case there's any incidents. There is a lifeguard as well on duty, sat in his chair, and yeah, that's my little Lido. I'm quite pleased with those. I think they kind of fill up that gap really, really nicely. It's that they are two sort of attractions you might find at a British coastal park. Usually you tend to have something of everything. There is thousands of different things that people try and set up and get running at one, a sort of a British seaside town. So I thought, why not put these in? So yeah, that's that. So down this end, we literally just have this little block here and this little gap here to fill, and then down the other end, we just have the gap along here, and then around the back of here as well. I want to fill in. So yeah, final update from this episode will be one more build inside here, and we are getting very close towards completing the park. So yeah, I will see you shortly for the final update of the episode. Right, so one final update from this episode, and as you can see in front, we have a ghost train. It's not a special ghost train. It's not a very good ghost train. It's a very tacky, cheap ghost train. And it's that cheap that I've even deliberately made it look like one of the lights doesn't work, because you wouldn't get this sort of park with great maintenance. This is the sort of park where things don't work and we just have to live with them. So, yeah, intentionally made the T look like it's not working, so we have a ghost train. Yeah, the ghost train isn't anything special. It doesn't go uphill. This all inside here on the second story is empty. It is only on the ground floor. Obviously, the animatronics in Planet Coaster, there's only a few of them, so we don't have a great deal of options. So I've just had to kind of make do with what we've got. But there was a few trigger sequences in here. When you go on the ride, it does change the setting to nighttime, so you don't have to remember to do that. But yeah, that's my ghost train. We will finish the episode by going on that. But that is it for this one. We are getting close to finishing the park. You can see just here. I like doing these sort of bird's eye view shots, because you kind of get a really good idea as to what we've got left. I have put the ghost train there because I was trying to work out the best area for it. I may shuffle it up a little bit, or make this path a bit wider and then shuffle it up, just to get rid of this rectangle, because I think that's a really awkward space to try and fill. And then it is just a few smaller attractions around the outside of that, along with finishing off the attractions down the high street, which, as I showed you earlier, there isn't much left to do. So, yeah, I shall see you next time for the final build episode. And just as we finish, I will leave you with a POV on the ghost train. So, yeah, I hope you enjoy. And, yeah, I will see you next time.